So here we go. I've got my first bit of TIG welding. I've got the important stuff done. Machine switched on. Bench is clamped. I can't do this bloody thing the wrong way around. Take my word for it. Got the earth strap on. Test piece ready to go. Got a cup of coffee. Most importantly, I got my hat on. I'll do a little reflections in here. I feel I kind of somehow, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but every time I pull this down, for some reason, I have the urge to say, I am your father. I don't know why. How pathetic, eh? Yeah, I'm going to have to put my glasses on, I think, underneath this helmet. I don't know how that would go, because you may or may not notice I'm a bit of a sweaty git. I might have a bit of a steaming up problem, but we'll see how this goes. Let's see what happens. Pull this down. There's more gas coming out. So this is supposed to be an angle. Ooh. So this is what they... Oh. Well, that was fun. There we have a lot. Yeah, one misted up lens. Wow. Something happened. I got an arc. I've got no idea whether I've now got a buggered up phone, because obviously it's pretty bright. Let's have a look. I don't know if you'd call that welding. Obviously what I'm doing is trying to get... Yeah, obviously I wasn't really trying to weld as such, but just see what happened. And I was melting some metal. Okay, I guess it's time for me to practice and practice and practice and practice. Looking where that's sort of quite wide, I think that's telling me it was too far away. Anyway, I'm going to have a play for a while and see what happens. So I haven't quite worked out. I've had a little play. I think I mentioned this button, this 4T and 2T. I can't quite work out what's going on with those, so I'm having to do that thing that all engineers and blokes are not so keen on. I'm having to read the book. It'd help if I could find the right bit. And that, where's mine? Well, here we are. TIG. I thought it was in amongst that bit. Oh, there we are. 2T, 4T. Right, let me have a little read of this then. Yeah, so after you can see, I've not tried using a filler rod, but no, I mean, you can definitely see it. I would say, yeah. I mean, without doubt, after about 10 minutes, I think I can declare myself an absolute expert at TIG welding. It's an absolute piece of piss, and I don't know why everyone makes out it's so difficult. I'm getting an arc going, so you know, that's a start for 10. And I don't think when I'm doing this exhaust, I'm actually going to be going over some ends, so I don't know. But I think this is like where you have to make it release the power so as it doesn't burn through. But I'm going to carry on having a bit more of a play. I might even treat myself to trying to do a little bit of the filler rod stuff to see if I can get going that, you know, that kind of arc weld thing, MIG weld thing. Arc weld, Jesus Christ! No wonder I'm not very good at this. I don't even know the bloody name of it. So those of you who have already watched one or two of my videos may have seen me mention I'm proud, sort of proud, to say I have autism and ADHD. One of the things with my sort of ADHD is I tend to sort of rush headlong into things and sometimes forget. All the videos I saw, they kept stressing, make sure you clean everything with acetone first. And that's like clean your test pieces, filler rod, everything. So of course I was too much of a rush to want to play with my new toy and completely forgot about that, so I'll have a go at doing that now, see if it helps. So I'm going to have a little crack with some filler rod now. You have to go towards the left, which, I don't know, for some reason seems a bit, I don't know how I'm going to get on with this. Ooh. So does this kind of look like one of those professional welds? Doesn't look like I put any filler rod there, I guess. And filler rod kind of feed has to go a lot faster. It's like very wide, so I think wide is probably means I've got the tip a little bit far away. So I'm having trouble seeing the end of the tungsten thing before the arc goes. It's a bit dim in my garage, so I've just rigged up this old little floodlight thing, but hopefully it might help a little bit. Just see if I can see a little bit better before the arc strikes. So let's see if this helps a bit. I'll get through this filler quickly. I wonder if they sell it in bundles of 100. I thought, Christ, would 10 that'd do me for a while. Yeah, I think I might have touched the filler rod. Yeah. Let's see if you can see there. I touched the filler. Oh, sugar. I touched the filler rod on the tungsten there. I'm not sure if you can see. Anyway, there's a blob on the end there, so I'm back to grinding that down. Alright, a nice point back on there again. Let's have another crack. So having that extra light on is certainly helping me. So I can see a little bit better before the arc strikes. I think I need to practice like feeding this through my fingers somehow, but I'm not sure if I can do that with big thick gloves on. I kind of quickly run out of the filler. As you can see, the ending's obviously rubbish, but that sort of vaguely looks like a TIG Weld. Yeah, it's not efficient by any means, but I've knocked the power down a little bit. Looking down the tube, as I remember from when I did gas welding and things, you have to make sure it's penetrating, and you can see down the tube there, it's you know, penetrating right the way through. So I'm actually going to knock it down a tiny bit more. So it's down to 30. Yeah, I think 30 is too low. It was, I don't know if you could see from that, it wasn't really getting going. I think we might have the setting there. Just the practice needed now. So I need to work out how not to get a hole on the end. I'm getting there. So I've just changed this ramp setting thing, so instead of just turning straight off, the arc takes a couple of seconds and the power sort of comes off over a couple of seconds, which I think will help stop this getting a sort of a hole at the end. Yeah, it's still, you know, far from perfect, but the end of that weld there, I'm trying to find one of the others, you can see a distinct hole there. So I think that's helping. It's a case of just got to remember that I need to take my finger off a couple of seconds before I want to stop welding, and that's certainly going to be one of those things that needs a bit of practicing. I know none of them are straight lines. Maybe I don't have anything to follow. Maybe I might draw some lines to help me. You see, I'm still getting these sort of dimples. They're not as bad because that's not actually a hole. It's a definite dimple. But we're making progress. Well, I think I'm making progress. Christ, it's bloody hot. So I've been out here for a couple of hours now, killing this poor piece of metal. I'm going to call that a day now, and I think next time, tomorrow, I'll do a bit more practice of that, and maybe I might even try and join two pieces of metal together. Just imagine the excitement. So the thing I'm absolutely not going to forget to do today, but I probably will at some point, is turn this gas off. It's not massively expensive, but I think the refill was about 40 or 50 quid. So that's that off. And that's end of day.